So here I come, let's do this, and see the most elongated convertible on the BMW C4. We'll take the first round, and special event will be going underway to have the first lap. We'll go on the Sport Soft tires, and 9 opponents will be using on the Comfort Soft tires will be put up to the test. But it takes a lot of practice for myself to have this most elongated convertible to become as a track-ready BMW C4. Just to clarify, to have a nice good style and GT wing spoiler if you're about to give a good size on the medium or large. But all had to be preferred to have this wing spoiler is all about to give a good aerodynamics, is all about to give a good title on the S, stands for speed. So here comes the brake zone. Got to get behind on the 7th position driver and make a good line and touch the apex. There we go. Now going for the side-by-side to be entered onto the curve straightaway. Moving up to the 7th position and 6 more to go by a total gap in 10.8 seconds. Just the right pick of the style and same vehicle as well ever since from Gran Turismo 4 back from 2004, and still remains to become as a premium car treatment in GT5 and GT6 to give a good excellent detailed look, and still remains as popular for Gran Turismo 7, just to have one different set of customization options with or without a wide body kit. But especially to have a good UDRS InSprotect livery is all about to give a good C, stands for the title on speed. So I had to brace myself. Pace of InSprotect on chicane is going mark on track. I have a good feeling on different versions, and same as well for the BMW C4 to go for a different style and make it much more track ready focus. Got to go patient and go up the pace. First lap clear and faster lap time by the placement in 2 minutes, 3.525 seconds. Then it's up to lap number 2, and give the first turn is going on the brake zone to be passed on through, and the acceleration to get stopped on the reflex. Just have to hold it steady and left turn to go by corner number 4. Got to be very extra careful to avoid hitting the guardrail and barrier itself. This might need to have this race to go clean with a mint condition. Alright, that's good. Now almost there in the 4th position by 1.8 seconds to go. And take a good look to have a nice far distance on the same BMW C4 with exterior parts to go for the rear wing spoiler. But not yet far. Just might need to keep pushing in to be heading back in the curve straightaway. Just have to get there and halfway on the clock. Alright, just have to go signal in by having a less amount on the brake zone. There we go. Just might have to take a good look. And there it is right now. Low wing spoiler on the 4th position in the same BMW C4 3.0i. Okay, close enough. Just need to go for 1 car at a time by entering the chicane in the 2nd time. Just have to save it later on and go acceleration up to have the final corner. We'll go exit. Okay, very nice. Moving to the 4th position and proceed to the 3rd lap. And very good enough to have a minute, 57.683 seconds, and lap number 3 will be on the way until the final lap will get there to be exactly for the total gap by the distance in 4.5 seconds. Just have to keep it mindful and get things to go. GT C4 convertible is all about to have a differences, just like when you're driving on the Mazda Roadster S ND model 2015. And there they are right now, 3 C4s with a wide body kit. Just like that, and brilliant to see how it turns out to go exactly to become as a GT convertible racing ready. But however, if you're about to make your own kind of a livery design to have the same BMW C4 with a wide body kit installed, just a showcase to have your own kind of an artwork and give it much more exactly to give this good kind of a roadster GT spec race ready to see how it goes on the track. But much more close as ever, so I had to stay on going for the offense and make it much more proceed with caution. Come on, I have to keep going like this. This race is all about on the marbles. Alright, here comes the corner. Closing up. Just might have to take a good pass on the third position after the overtake. And then chicane is coming right back again. Pace of the Insportec Racing Spirit. Alright, there we go. Just almost there. And fourth lap is coming to be closer after the third lap is already been passed and end. So lap number 4, here I come and go catching up with Ed Hartman in the first position at the lead. But this will give the UDRS Insportec for the challenging moment to see the wide-body BMW C4 is all about to go embrace it to have a nice GT spec version without a wide-body kit. So I'm still working on it and just wait until a few seconds and heading back in sector 2. Okay, closing up. Now, gonna have to go on the hairpin and brake perfection to be soon as possible. Alright, first place in the lead and keep it up for the best objective to go up and have the main objective to go clear up in. Time to go defense and stay contestant remain by 0.3 seconds behind. But I may have a good feeling about this. Just only have my own UDRS Insportec to see how challenging up to go for the sporty competition roadster is doing well, give a good fresh up the air. Now third sector is coming in. Got to give it all I got. And the letter B is gonna have to be almost done soon, as the second check mark will have to go proceed to the letter J in Japanese 4-wheel drive challenge 600 at Kyoto Driving Park Yamagiwa. One more chicane lap and make it to the final corner in the exit. Come on, almost there. Very good enough by having 1 second on the defense, adding up by 0.9. Full stretch, and I have a good eye on the checker flag. Will be taken to the podium. Yes, and there you go. Second check mark is complete and score 1 for UDRS Insportec by finishing in the BMW C4 3.0i 2003 one-make race at Tokyo Expressway south clockwise. Beautiful and elongated is all about to have a good, beautiful roadster has now made it on time by under 8 minutes. As the total time in 7 minutes, 57.516 seconds, and very good, well defended to be stayed by a minute, 57.683 seconds when I'm in lap number 2. Good run and good zoom-tastic for the BMW C4 is well debuted to have the first race in this part of the weekly challenge received by 105,000 GT credits. Clean race as much as ever and almost there to be going pick up by almost in 97 million. Now for the replay and just have to go to the fourth lap. Let's have 7 minutes and 40 seconds to have a nice view on the thumbnail image. Different scene and good perfect to be at the chicane. Let's have this one and give a good close in. Alright, that's good enough, and that brings out to have a second content replay and well deserved to have a nice one-make race to go for a special event limited time only. So, when staying in Japan for having race number 2, the third round will be proceed to the Japanese 4-wheel drive challenge 600 at Kyoto Driving Park Yamagiwa. But talk about having a good quick access to go there, and main as ever to have a 2-lap challenge, as I'm about to go for the Toyota Alphard Executive Lounge 2018 with the UDRS Inspirtech livery to go on the touring car version, or more like a touring band version exactly to be indeed. As the letter B is clear and check, skipping all the few letters, we'll be moving on to the letter J as race number 3 for the current weekly challenge will take 2 laps around on Yamagiwa in Kyoto Driving Park. But this will give the classic and modern Japanese sports car versus the minivan executive lounge will have to be put up to the test ever since by the previous content update that related to the brand new part of the latest vehicle. But it's already been passing in, and have time of condition to go with mostly cloudy. We'll be going down to have a good minivan to be ready up and go for the challenge. It's going to be a good race. The minivan really wants to go out for fun, and have myself to go for a 3-second countdown, and same as ever to go climb up and make it to the top 3 position to be achieved on the goal. Just want to take the first turn and keep a good line on steady. There we go. R32 Skyline GTR B-Spec 2 1994 overtakes, then go on the right to be passing through with the Toyota GR Colora Morizo Edition 2022, followed by with the R34 Skyline and Toyota Celica GT4 ST205 1994. Good guess by the title, and moving up to the 6th position before entered at Sector 2. Just keep the Alphard to go cruising up onto the 135R in the corner. Got a good eye on G Mangalo in the 5th position with a Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution 6 GSR TM Special Package is on the 5th. Down I go, and first chicane is coming in. Just like the Alphard is going to have to get behind with the Land Evo 6. Just slower and make it to be patient, then overtake. Alright, that's beautiful, nice, and good to be clean. Jonathan Wong in the Subaru Impreza Coupe WRX Type R STI version number 5. That's good on the 4th. Almost there to catch up to Mikhail Hisal in the 1st position. But I know what it is. Subaru Impreza 22B STI 1998. That should do very well and have a good double overtake onto the Toyota GR Yaris and Takuma Minosono in the same Subaru WRX Coupe Type R STI version 5. Nice and clean, and the Alphard is going on the 2nd position to catch up to the Subaru Impreza 22B STI in the final lap. Will be on the way, and faster lap time by 2 minutes, 3.523 seconds. Then here comes the minivan time attacker is closing up to go for a moderation normal speed rush. Feel the pace of the minivan and go cruising around if there's going to be a passenger around. So always amp up to go oblige to have a minivan to go cruising like it's going to be a parade of the track. Okay, that's the ticket. Now heading back in Sector 2. The Alphard is in the lead, folks. It's going well cruise up and give a good transportation to become as a touring band will be going challenging on the track. But it might be possible if the Toyota Alphard is about to go for a special event as a 1-man category. But we shall see how it turns out to go very well in the later future. Different vehicle that has a good unique capability and different style of performance, which is going to have to go directly to become as a special event to be predicted. Just like the BMW C4 3.0i 2003, which is going to be racing at Tokyo Expressway after I just did for the 2nd time, and currently to have the most first visit is all about to go test it, practice, and make it much more possibility during this part of the video segment. Is all about to go be creative as a remaster edition for my very own. So almost there to go finishing up to have the last chicane, and hairpin 2 will be going on the final corner. Let's keep the line clean and go for perfection to make a final stretch. Full speed ahead and 5th gear to go climbing up by almost 120 miles per hour. Finish line clear and 3rd check mark by receiving 150,000 Gran Turismo credit on the ticket. Now thankfully, the Alphard Executive Lounge 2018 is good luxury to be designed to go on the track if there might be having some more livery design to go for cruising on the parade. But good by 4 minutes with a decimal of 0.598 seconds and faster lap time on number 2 lap, 1 minute 57.075 seconds. Very clever to be indeed, and the minivan just took the win, and several classic and modern JDM vehicles in the all-wheel drive platform will always have to keep a good shape up to get things to go basic on the practice. Now for the 30,000 credit to be earned and almost to be on the halfway mark to be at 96,500,000 GT credit, an update by a driving marathon to go into at 69.3 miles will be converted to have a one recent mileage to be at 75.9. Plus for the 150,000 GT credit has now been earned by competing in the weekly challenge. Replay is going to have to go stepping in on the clock and get down onto the playback position by a round on the duration. So here it is right now, take place at the final corner at the end of the first lap. Just make it to go perfection to have that scene right over here. Okay, that's a good cue and capture on the thumbnail image. It's going well to have the 3rd content replay, and letter N for the neoclassical competition is coming up to have the 4th race of the penultimate before heading up to Dragon Trail Seaside for race number 5 is going to be on the letter W for the World Touring Car 800. Got to be sure if I had to do the alphabetical order, the lineup in session and have 3 races in Japan will be heading up to the letter F in Fuji International Speedway. Then it's about to be prepared to go for a Group 1 or Group 2 race car, and I'll have to be saved later on to have the McLaren MP4/Board 1988. But however, I'll have to go instead and give the classic turbocharged F1 race car to see how it feels and make it much more available tires to go for the hard compound without having one pit stop available. But there will be decreased percentage on the gas, so you have to be sure and set it onto lean 6 when using the McLaren MP4/Board 1988 is a turbocharged F1 racing vehicle is about to be taking on with some historical vehicles with the Group B, Group 4, Group 3, Group 2, and Group 1 race cars. But the lineup in order and putting up to have some available tuning preparation that you already did this before to be set by the usual. Just to let you guys know, so I got everything to be on the ballast by 108, positioning to go on the left by -50, power restrictor 70%, and get things to go with some optional onto the LSD to be on initial torque and acceleration sensitivity to be on rear 5 and braking sensitivity to be on 30. Alright, so it's gonna have to go recalculate and have 1 hard compound tires to be set and rearing to go. Let's see how it goes, and finishing up to have the 4th race will be finished in 3rd place or higher. Up I go, and listen to the sound of the F1 race car, and it says, we're gonna win. Okay, 16th position is going down to be on the Group 4 and Group B lineup, and I have a good eye on turn 3 at Coca-Cola Corner. Just have to go clear and radar to be switched up to be proceed onto the 100R. Good pass on the Pescia 205 Turbo 16 Evolution 2 1986. Almost there to be proceed on the hairpin after overtake the Toyota Castor-Tom Supra 1997. Time to go fast, and balance is the key. Just as to do on lean 6, and be sure to keep a good balance and stay in one piece until we have to keep a good clean effort and go all the way to be climbing up onto the top 3 drivers when using Group 1 cars, including the Suzuki Escudo Pikes Peak Special 1998. Okay, close call for Ed Portilla. Always driving with the Audi S1 Quattro Pikes Peak 1987. Just have the GR on the nets and have the final corner to be at the Panasonic. Just make that line to go up. Careful to be steady without avoid a contact. Okay, very good enough. And make that gap distance push to be increased at 16.1 seconds and go down by the decrease by the range of 15. That's one lap down. Moving up and go forward to be at lap number 2. Just feel the pace and turbocharge the F1 to go down by the first corner to be at the TGR corner. Proceed on to turn 2. Okay, the handling is going to be a bit more slower and heavy, so I have to tame the heavy handling, and speed is all about the go potential on the balance. So I have a good eye on Coque Lopez in the McLaren F1 GTR BMW 1995. There he is right now. Just have to keep pushing by the range of 15-second gap distance. We'll have to get there on time before the Group 1 cars. We'll have to be able partially to get things onto the main lead lineup. And there we go. Make turn 10 clear after the 300R. Go by chicane. And got a good eye on M. Mendoza in the Mercedes-Benz CLK LM 1998. Okay, gonna have to go and master the nets. So how is the fuel percentage is doing? Only down to 79%. Just might have to take some time and be quick about it. Looks like Martin Grady just took the faster lap time by a minute, 41.470 seconds. Let's switch it to the offense, and sometimes Power 1 is all about the give amount of layers of speed to go up and overtake for a historical race car. But that's good on the third lap position, and be on the lookout. Weather forecast is about to be changed into partly cloudy. But we got some rain coming in on the other side. Left direction is just pushing up ahead towards the track. Just might need to think about it and be quick to be reflex and stay together. This is going to be a very tough moment out there for the fourth round of the penultimate, and give the letter M in Neoclassic competition to have a good dynamic weather condition. So I really hope if I had to make it, just give a good speed, handling, and balance is all I need to have a recipe to go for a competition of a turbocharged historic F1 race car is all about to go masterful to have a historical moment. So it's getting closer to have the third sector to be climbing up. Almost 2 seconds towards Simon Bishop's current position in the BMW McLaren F1 GTR 1997. There he is right now, and I have a good eye on him in sights. Wait until the full straightaway after the Panasonic corner on turn 16. Just make it to the halfway mark, just touch up the apex, and full speed, and give the Power 1 will bring out the push. Okay, there we go, and still remains by 16.4 seconds as usual. But man, Group 1 race cars are always becoming as top dog contenders. But I'm always have to keep it well concentrated and keep it well focused during the most hard racing difficulty in Neoclassic competition. So let's see the red radar. But it's getting closer to being the peak of percentage when the light spot is coming in towards Fuji Speedway to be on effect. But still partly cloudy, just might have to be wait within a few minutes until the rain keeps coming in by pouring around. This is where the intense race comes in, and I have a good eye on Denner Solis in 6th position for the Suzuki Escudo Pikes Peak Special 1998. Just have to get back to the chicane at turn 10 and move it to the third sector as usual to be climbing up the hill. And there's the Mazda 787B 1991 driven by Ryota Kokuban in 5th place. Just come on. Let's climb it up and have the nets will proceed to be on turn 14 and 15. Alright, that's good enough. Clarifying and decrease gap down to 14.2 seconds to go. I really hope this challenge is all about to give a good letter by alphabetical order, line up in session, and give a good difficulty type depends on it, and I still have a lot of way to go to be proceed forward to have a faster lap time I obtained in a minute 39.235 seconds. Ah, come on. Close call and almost barely going off the track at the TGR corner. Maybe I'll have to try this again in the meantime, but no turning back at this point. It needs to do a lot of good skillful to be mastered with the McLaren MP4/4 to get a full weight balance and torque up the speed to give a good turbocharged acceleration to be racing up on the main set in new classic competition. But it's all about taking practice, folks. Taking practice, and then you have to get it right to be masterful to be achieved to see this most historical classic 80s F1 race car is going to be well faced up with some Group 1 cars. But halfway there is almost there to be finishing up. Fifth lap will be remain to go by 5 more to go. And total gap is going to be exactly to be on a slow push by 13 seconds to be going down into 12.9. And here it comes. The rain has officially arrived. Come on. Just keep going. It's about to get clear, and the riskier it gets, the caution will have to keep it much more careful. But earlier times, I'll have to be preferred to go to the pit stop until the blue spot is now coming in to be pouring on in. Just have to keep a good pit lane entry and will prefer to be set into heavy wet. Just to be expected, folks. The race will be having one pit stop only in case of the weather forecast to go on heavy rain. But looks like Daniel Solis just came in here on the second after I just come here for the first one. Just have my team to be switching up onto the heavy wet, refuel requirement, and wait until the percentage to go up into 100. Alright, there we go, and let's go pit exit just in time before the heavy rain is coming in on arrival. Let's give this handling to stay in one piece and traction set to be motion into 2. How about that? Just give a good natural feeling to go for calm before the storm and have that heavy wet tires to be set to go by lap number 6 entered. So I have to keep that in mind. It's all about to give a good instability check to be using on the McLaren MP4/4 to be using on 2 choices on the rain tires. Just give the example, but you already know about the strategy. Just give it what you need to do and have every racing skill set to go for the classical competition when you're using on the racing type. But the best advantage, and very good as ever, to have Simon Bishop to be slowed down when entered turn 10 through turn 12 at the chicane. Just have to be patient and make it one at a time, take a number, and go to the 13th corner at the right. Just have to keep going. Just make it slow and keep it careful without taking too much oversteer. There's the rest right now. Line up in session with Group 1 prototype race cars in Group C. Just have to keep it patient and let's do it a little bit more careful. Alright, Mario Brady is in. Mikhail Hisar is coming in to be on the 3rd position to be stay exactly to have a change up on the grid. So what can I say? Feels good to be doing well advantage to be moving up onto the first and much more slickier to be wet on the course. Okay, now I just did this one back from the lap time challenge by using the Subaru WRX Group 4. but it's going to be very different. Just have to keep it clear and masterful to be face to wet and have some raindrops coming in on Fuji. But expect a caution, so I had to be switching up to stay remain onto the heavy wet until 3 more laps to go. As the rain will be subsided, we'll be stay around on the surrounding area. Just have to keep going and feel the flow and feel the speed. Okay, very good on the deep ends by 20 seconds away from the Group 1 group drivers. Currently to be on the Trailblazer, but dirt sector is coming in at long last and pouring on in to have a good wet on the fed to stay around at it. Feels like I'm going on a fasting spree. Just only had to take a single day and handling to go follow through onto the 15. Done and clear, and blue zone is coming out. Got a good eye on Bosby Boris and Nicholas Rubiller. Alfa Romeo 155 2.5 P6 Ti is on the last, and the Pescia 205 Turbo 16 Evolution 2 is going for a full stretch. Okay, that's the 8th lap. 2 more to go. This will get closer soon. Just make that good turn on the TGR corner. Just let Adam Wilk to be on 12 in the Nissan GTR Pensoil livery. Okay, fair enough. Let's get back and take the Coca-Cola corner to the 100R. Got to keep it steady. Go on the hairpin and go proceed right back at the 300R. Embrace it to give a good balanced speed for the F1 turbocharged race car. Okay, once again, Simon Bishop is here again to be on the hill climb in Sector 3. Blue zone is still coming in, folks, but I still got this in the lead. Traction has to stay slow and good on motion. Okay, hold it steady and make that exit on the Panasonic. Okay, now 70% is good enough, and make it more fine push to proceed to be on the 8th lap and go to the 9th. So I had to beat my lap time, and racing on the wet is all about to be skillful to be needed as a precision. Here comes the Coca-Cola corner. Just doing perfection and doing well. Okay, gonna have to take it slow. So it looks like my current subscribers I'm at is 918. Just almost there to be at 81 to go. So it'll have to go climbing up to be on the final push towards 1000. Is gonna have to take a good succeeded achievement step. But more importantly, this will have to call it in to have my official Q&A on live stream will have to be on the official. But I'm always have to do some WIP on set, and have this part of the content video for my own is going to have to make it to become as a remastered. Just only have my intro and outro for my channel is all I need to get things to go work up for the next level step of my own current progress to be part of Project Remake. But it is actually to be a subdivisionary for the United Defense Reformation Service independent studio. Is all about to have some different racing perspectives and some other ones that I really might need to get things to go for help and support. but I still got this under control by myself after putting up with a recent first attempt on the attack. So almost there. This was to take the final push and still have enough fuel by 53% to go. Final lap, here I come and proceed to be in Dragon Trail Seaside for the 5th and final round on the letter W for the World Touring Car 800. So all I have to do is gonna have to drop the hammer and just have to be stay on the traction to go down. We'll be below on 1. So I'll be out of the woods yet, but the rain is actually to be at the area of the woods. So this will have to go clear up and get things to go wigging out and feel the wet. Okay, so 5 drivers at the pits. They're about to be switching up to racing intermediate. Almost there. This race is about to be over soon for the 4th round, and then the 5th is gonna have to go closer to be currently to be using the same McLaren MP4/4, or I'll have to decide to go for the Group 3 or Group 2 car. Just have to keep climbing up. Finishing up on the 10th lap is going to get closer to be achieved at the podium. But in the meantime, I'll have to go for the center earning without a clean bonus due to the first turn mistaken at the TGR corner. Just make that push and wait until the Panasonic at turn 16. Almost there, and give it rough forward to be switching up on the traction 1 to go 0. Here it comes, and checker flag is right on the right. Alright, solid wet and 4 checkmark clear. That's how master the McLaren MP4/4 98.8 is a good challenger by having 1 pit stop only because of the incoming rain. Fair enough, and good as ever to be achieved by first position in the total time by 18 minutes, 25.836 seconds, and stay well defended on the 4th lap by a minute, 39.235 seconds. But if possible, you guys really might need to have enough currency credits to get a McLaren MP4/4 is high expensive to go over by 20 million. But the range as ever, and due to the standard earning to go by 168,000 GT credit by a mileage in 28 miles to go update into 104. Now for the replay and give this thumbnail image to go for a quick peek at the captured thumbnail as the green light will go and make it more closer to be like this. That should do well, and have the 4 content replay will be coming up and finishing up in the 2nd week of March for the weekly challenge. Is about to get down and do the letter W for the World Touring Car 800. We'll be racing at the Seaside layout in Dragon Trail. What a close call to have 1 race with a pit stop before the coming rain is just around the clock. But what's more importantly about the 5th and final round of the race in the 2nd week of March, Dragon Trail Seaside and early spring break is on the clock. Now I'll have to go decide and have determined to have a 3 choice if I had to go for the Group 3 with a Chevy Corvette C7 Group 3 with my UDRS Inspirtec, Group 2 for the BMW McLaren F1 GTR race car 1997, or for the Group 1, the Porsche 962C 1988 with a Total Drama Revenge of the Island variation of Mutant Maggots. So what do you guys think? As I'm about to make my quick decision, but instead, I'll have to go for the BMW McLaren F1 GTR race car 1997. Then set and enter the WTC 800 for the final stage of the 2nd week of the March weekly challenge, 10 laps in Dragon Trail Seaside reverse for only 1 Group 2 versus 19 Group 3 cars by 1 pit stop available for having a most dry weather forecast to go on a sunny day. This will be a very good moment, just like last time, like using the Ferrari FXXK 2014 with the UDRS Inspirtec livery. But it's about to be different, but I'll have to find out soon enough and get things to go on organized settings to be perfect balance to go racing in medium. performance has now been remained to go calculate, and let's do this. It's going to be a full-on competition to be well embraced and have the countdown to go rolling up on the start in 3 seconds and green light for go. And it's up right now, and hairpin 1 to be check and stay to be exactly to get behind on Angel Inestrosa in the Porsche 911 RSR Type 991 2017. Fuel map is all set, and give it a lean forward to stay remains, and then the dead chicane to go on approach. So I have to be quick about it. It's going to have to take one race car at a time and patient to go line up in session. Amp up the torque and give a good speed sensitivity is all about competition to go stretcher and speed to be extended. Okay, hairpin 2 check. Now, solid touch by clear call by the apex. Alright, okay, Kawakami on the Lexus RCF GT3 2017 on the 16th place. Let's get in there and get behind with the slipstream. S-turns goes clear and well performed. Okay, moving up to the 16 and third sector, we'll take the main role of the same energy like going on a corkscrew like you're racing in WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca. Overtake Berleo Gallo in the Honda NSX Group 3. Then brake zone comes in. Just have to stay behind with Simon Bishop and Ryota Kokubun in the Mazda RX-Vision GT3 Concept and Ferrari 458 Italia GT3 2013. Bring out the push and more acceleration to go clear by the first lap at the end, and 13th position to be proceed in lap 2. Let's give a good kind of a content to make it like a masterpiece. This is the moment I've been waiting for, folks. I have to give it all I got, and finishing up to have all 5 races at once in one part of the video. Just have to stay remain in one piece again and again, and clean competitive is a concentration key. Just almost there. Just avoid the contact on the rear at Takuma Inosono. Wait and give some short space until the overtake, moving up to the 9. Okay, just like that, and break the 15-second gap distance to go far up ahead. Got a good eye on Martin Brady and Mikhail Hasal, 7 and 8 plays for the Audi R8 LMS Evolution 2019 and Subaru WRX Group 3 Original Style Variation. Okay, I see it off the track. Just have to expect the lookout to avoid taking a lookout on the marshals by calling out the yellow flag. Got a good eyesight on check. Contact to be close in. Just might have to stick together. I'm always at the in it to win it and give it more concentration paces to be proceed to the next lap. Okay, that's brilliant good. Just have to go into the 8th position, down to 13 seconds to go. So whenever I have to choose the right kind of a race car, depends on the Neo Classic competition to go for the main example. This is all about giving a good right pick of the vehicle and different specific performance to go for advantage and make a good mark whenever you're gonna have to go hard and achieve to be in the first position is all about to have a good masterpiece of success. But I'm still learning and I still barely get used to it to have all kinds of good classical race cars from the 1980s and 1990s. But only in the World Touring Car 800 by using any kinds of racing car type is all about to have a good specific by pick. Just like the BMW McLaren F1 GTR race car 1997 by facing up with some 19 Group 3 cars. So almost there. Just have to take a past overtake on T Yamanaka then goes on 5th place at Eagle Fraka for the original Car 98 launch livery variation in the Toyota GR Supra racing concept. Down the slope I go and take the good corkscrew to be on the S. 4th place, here I come, and stay on the lane 5 position to go amp up the speed. Alright, there we go. Now I'll have to get behind at Lucas Ordonez in the 3rd position in the 2013 Nissan GT-R Nismo GT3. Make that push and give the power 1 to go full speed and switching back onto lane 6 at the dead chicane. So hang on. Just one attempted by defense, struggle offense, then overtake right back at sector 2. Now, it always comes down to have a total gap by 5.5 seconds at Portilla in the Dodge Viper SRT GT3R. Because I'm going in and take the stronger Group 3 car by having one Group 2 car as a different perspective performance to give a good handling of efficiency. Faster lap time I took by the recent in the 3rd lap, 1 minute, 44.335 seconds. Just had to give a little bit more kickback recovery and stay together without losing a good traction grip. Just almost there, and have the downhill slope on the S. Make that good push, and halfway there to be at 50%. Almost at least. But there we go. Portilla is in the pits. That means 1st place, here I come, and halfway there on the mark by lap number 5. Just have to get used to the BMW McLaren F1 GT-R race car 1997 at Le Mans. Just to be exactly different when I was in the lap time challenge is all about to give a good kind of a Le Mans GT1 race car is giving a good kind of a long stretch version to be as a long tail. Very much more exactly to be similar to the short tail version of the 1995 BMW McLaren F1 GT-R race car. Part to be as a joint collaboration, and very yet perfectly to go racing up in the WTC 800 at Dragon Trail C Cyber Burst is a perfect spring break to go in early. Well, I bet that you're doing well at school, so you might have to study well until you have to wait until spring break will be coming up by next week. But it's going to have to be a lot of more work to do, as I just really have to keep a good watchful eye on the weekly challenges whenever it depends to be in the month of spring break to go by March. But I'm just thinking about it. I'm always have to think about for having one good 5 weekly challenge event is going to be related to do a good moment on spring break. So down the corner I go and stay on the maintain balance to be dashing through to the final corner. It's only down to 39%. I still have plenty amount of fuel left. 5th lap clear and 6th lap up I go. But all I can think of is I just really want to do a remix for the Ferrari FXXK 2015 for the UDRS Inspirtec. But I've just been thinking, but instead, different race car is all I need to go for. Racing up on the perspective is giving a different role of a masterpiece. Okay, 3 other drivers has now entered the pits and give the hard compound tires to be giving a refuel requirement by almost 100%. By still having a total gap by 29.3 seconds, this should do very well and buy some time before going low on fuel until at the end of the 7th lap. Just have to keep it together. The racing medium compound tires is well worked up to be using in the balanced amount of the duration. So I will have to beat my lap time by a minute 42.037 seconds until the calm before the storm. Will have to be switching up into the racing soft tires until my lap time will be going beaten by improvement. So that's how the time attack works, and it's all about to give a good skill, and cornered by technique is all about to find a good line. And here is the sunlight. Just take a good scenery and early moment to have a nice good view out there at the beach for all the spectators. Okay, good average time by a minute 42.3 seconds. Closing up down to 26% and heading up to lap number 7. Okay, take that Dutch chicane and go handling reflex to go enter in and exit out. Okay, going on the line and hairpin to check and solid clear. Good enough to be increased by the total gap by 36.3 seconds and still in the lead. Sounds to me that the S-curves is coming up to have a next recipe and is about to get closer during my time of fasting. Is gonna have to go for rolling up and have my tricks of sleeves will be get down to do a perfection skill of the masterpiece to go for a recipe. The recipe of the racing competition is comes in for the Group 2 category for the WTC 800, and all about to have one Group 2 car is exactly to be doing great. Almost there to be at 40 seconds. Just have to go and have a pit stop. Wait until 18% to be low on fuel. Slower in and faster out at the exit corner. Okay, let's slow down and enter the pit. Just have to go for a range of 65 miles per hour to go and put up with the soft compound tires. Now I'll have to sit back and wait and let Ed Portilla will have to be stay on the offense dependent to be on a good push to be in second place, while possibly Flores in the Mercedes-AMG GT3 2016. But looks like Martin Grady in the Audi R8 LMS Evolution 2019 has now already going on in session by the 4th position. Then it's all good and full capacity at 100%. Okay, good enough by 44 seconds, and I'm still doing well in the lead. But still might need to beat my lap time by a minute 42.037 seconds, as the soft racing tires is good to be well faster up for the time attack runs. And there it goes, costing him out by having one pit stop to avoid the risk, and 17.8 seconds is doing lighter to be normal. Okay, he's doing well in sector 2. Just keep going and touching up the apex to go on the S turns to go smooth in and dive on perfection to be lighter with the acceleration and launch it up to go pedal to the metal. Just bring me back in 20 seconds for the defense, and it's about to go for early dusk of the horizon. Just give a good feeling, and more likely to see some other racing activities as I had to get down to be looking forward to, but my full walkthrough is just gonna have to go quicking up and halfway there to be reaching up towards part 175 to be on the finish line goal, until the main update is I had to get things to go working up on the main shape up line. Here comes the penultimate lap, number 9. Here I come until the 10th final lap. Will be patient on standby to stay remains in first. Now for the out lap is all clear, and time attack is going on resume. Okay, the helicopter just came by to have a good look at my racing scene. going through to the dead chicane and make a good exit. Ed Portilla, Boss Beaver Boris, and Martin Grady is going for the second pit stop by a low percentage on the field with the hard compound racing tires. And there goes Igor Fraka to be at 7th position to take a second time at the pits. Just might need to finish this race soon as the fasting is going around the clock. Just have to give myself for UDRS sense of the fasting feeling is all about the crave up and give a good competition as a matter of a recipe. But I really do pray that I will have to do my best to become as a better YouTuber, and the challenger is all about to have some competitive and skill set is all about to have a racing of competition before dinner time until 7 p.m. So here it comes, and Mikhail Hissal at the second stop at the pit. 10th lap, and give the early dust on arrival. Okay, good record, and update by a minute, 40.626 seconds. Now, all the lane 6 is about to go by some time, is taking a time off to go up, and here comes the full offense. Will be take the push to go for the final round. I really hope I'm gonna have to win this race, and the record is gonna be claimed to be obtained. Blue flag is coming out, and just right on the clock to have a good eyesight distance at Ryota Kokobun in the Mazda RX Vision GT3 concept. Just want to take the final sector to be remained by 2 more. Just have to be patient and wait until the final opening. Good pass and go solid on the S. Superb run and going on a trailblazer. Okay, gonna have to go kick back and stay balanced. Got a good eye on Koke Lopez and make it a good overtake by 1 lap plus. Down the S corkscrew I go and make it to the final corner to take the full stretch. We'll be having a good eye on the podium. And here it goes, and right over here to have a good early twilight and give the center position to give a grand finale. That's checkmark number 5 complete, and second week of March for the weekly challenge is complete by 100%. Job well done. Perfect time until 7 p.m. is going to be a momentarily to have my fasting moment to get things to go work up, shape perfectly, and have current total time in 17 minutes, 30.107 seconds, and here is my 10th lap on the fast run. 1 minute, 39.251 seconds is successful, and more achieved to be faster up for a Group 2 time attack vehicle for a racing car type. 210,000 GT credits, good work, and more likely to be going up to be almost by 97 million. And there you go, car category type for the 6-star roulette ticket, earned and well succeeded to get things to go work up on the content replay to have this requirement for a thumbnail image. Now let's do 9 minutes and take place to be in the middle of the race in lap number 5. Got to go on the dead chicane and have a good look to go clear on in to have the front view as the camera rolls in. A little bit less blurry, might need to give a little bit close in to have this one. There we go. Just have to go exit and have content replay number 5 is saved. That's all done, and 5 races with 3 road car and 2 racing category type has everything to be coming up all together from the letter A to W. Just like learning all the alphabetical from A to C is all about to have a good letter in order to be on session. 2 events on drivetrain layout, plus BMW C4 1-minute category at Tokyo Expressway south clockwise, and 2 racing category type in Neoclassic competition at Fuji International Speedway, and World Touring Car 800 at Dragon Trail Seaside Reverse, all in order, and give a good lineup to be in shuffle. But after all, it's all about to have a good matter of the differences to see some 3 road car type on different events, plus with 2 of them on racing car type is all about to have the best opportunity and give a good improved performance to give a good amp up and as clever to be finished in 3rd place or higher. So now, heading back to the GT garage and get myself to have 3 prizes to be earned by participate in the weekly challenge. Let's start out to have a credit ticket, almost there, and surpassing very well to be at 97,003,994 credits. Second for the parts category in the 6-star ticket. Let's see it is, and give a good random part to be received to have a 5th stage weight reduction, and the other 4 parts will have to go by pick. And here is the Borup S, and that will give a compatible for the Mercedes AMG A45 AMG 2013. That should keep it in onto the storage collection, and let's see the 6-star roulette ticket in car category. Just have to give a good perfection moment for the promise and see which one should I get. This will be 2 or 3 Vision Gran Turismo car, and I got myself with a Porsche 919 Hybrid 2016. There you go, and same livery in car number 2. That should be very perfectly to have this one to be added to the Team Amazon variation for only 1 Porsche 919 Hybrid. 3,000 collector points has been earned and climbing up to be at 700,375 points. Much more good, and let's have a good opening on the 6-star roulette ticket if I had to keep filling out to have a million Gran Turismo credit to go up in about 100 million. Just give me a good high chance of luck. Nice! 1 million credit is all I need. Thank you, high chance of luck, and going on the current balance update by having 2 million to go. Now let's see the second 6-star roulette ticket and find out what it is if I had to go for highly successful for another 1 million credits. Or if it's going to be 500,000 GT credits, I'm down for it. And I stand correctly. 500,000 GT credit earned and acquired after finishing with the latest card collection menu on the extra. I can smell the feeling, you guys. Almost there by reaching up towards 100 million GT credits. So this will be a very much more enjoyable competitive for having a second week of March in weekly challenge. Just only have 2 events with race car only and 3 along with a special event by having road car only. So what do you guys think? I can't think about the BMW C4 3.0i 1-make race at Tokyo Expressway south clockwise is very well basic and make it much more road going as a competitive to have my UTRS Inspirtec livery will be put up and using with the Sports Soft compound tires will put up to the test. Along with American FR Challenge 550 in Blue Moon Bay Speedway and Japanese all-wheel drive challenge 600 at Kyoto Driving Park Yamagiwa. But it was alright, and for the second best, we're having 2 events in race car type for the McLaren MP4/4 1988 at Fuji International Speedway in Neoclassic competition. But however, one weather condition by having rain is all I need to have 1 pit stop available in case of the incoming forecast will have to be suitable, depends on it whenever you might have to keep racing by having 0 stop or just have to go early when using on racing intermediate in case of the weather forecast. But decision is all about to have some tire compound to keep a good proof up on the dry surface until you might have to be very extra careful to have 1 race and play for safe to have some different drivetrain layout any way you can, or be preferred to go for any kinds of Group 1 race car along with the WTC 800 at Dragon Trail Seaside. Especially for the McLaren F1 GTR 1997 in a collaboration of BMW. Just to see how it turns out to go for road going into a racing car competitive as a Group 2 ever since I just recently tried out at Le Mans during the lap time challenge by the previous since 2014. Well, It's all about having a good fun moment of racing, and I can't wait until spring break will be coming up in 3rd week of March, as I'm about to wrap it up before at the end of the current video. Just you wait, folks. I really have to be ready to go and take on at Suzuka Circuit for the Dallara SF23 Super Formula, and then this will have to get down to be on the recap by finishing up on the BMW C4 3.0i at Sardinia Wheel Track B course layout before the next day is about to go climbing up to be reaching by 100 million credits. This is going to be a lot of good surpassing earning, and this will have to go climbing up and reach up onto the peak. I shall see and find out soon enough if I had to spend one car to be available to be visiting at the Brent Central or Legend Car dealership. Thank you for enjoying watching the video on Gran Turismo 7. I hope you enjoyed. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, then click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos if you'd like to see. Follow me on Deviant Art, Instagram, Twitter, GT Planet, Patreon, Discord, and other social media platforms. Plus, membership is now open to everyone. Will join to get access for price levels a month with exclusive perks, custom emoji with my OCs, and many features to support the channel. It's the best way to help out with the super thanks as an extra will support and grow. I'll be seeing you guys next time on Gran Turismo 7, and I look forward to see you again at the next video. Keep on racing, stay clean.